Thank you for joining me today. Isn't it beautiful? I'm out at the beach near the Knysna Rocks Nature Reserve, well, just next door to it. And the reason I'm here today is because I can actually walk around. And the reason I can walk around is because I can't run. And with 2 weeks left to the Knysna Forest Marathon, I was really bummed out about it. I think simple truth is that I got ill, the flu, and obviously logical, sensible advice would be not to run. So for this once in my life, I'm going to take the logical, sensible route and not run until I recover. You know, you get these moments, or at least I'm going through these moments of doubt, a lot of doubt, of whether or not I'm actually going to make the distance. And you get caught up with things like, you know, the pace you need to run so you can finish within a certain time, your fitness level. You get caught up in looking at all the numbers and the stats of your running. And I kind of got lost on the reason I was doing this challenge to start with. And that was to experience new things. So this morning I had the opportunity to just get out a little bit, and I decided to come here and just experiencing something. Now I've been here before, but this time just felt a little bit different because there's just so much beauty. And also in the destruction of the tornado we just experienced, like there was still beauty. And so that was nice to see. And so it's nice to be here, to be out in this environment. And that reminded me of the real reasons. When I started doing this running, I didn't just decide to do a run. I didn't decide to do a marathon. I didn't decide to do Knysna Forest Marathon either. It was a progressive steps of me getting out and taking on other challenges. I was also using the wrong measuring stick. Like I was doing this 5K challenge, trying to tell a story about the effort in the beginning outweighs the reward that you get, meaning that you put in such a lot of effort when you start something new, the reward you get is quite tiny. So today is the first day of our new mission, which is effort. You know, unreasonable effort it takes to get progress in doing, like getting really small little results in the beginning. Like you know, now I'm gonna try to get to run 5Ks, but I haven't run for a while. So this is me making an effort. I'm driving now, so I've got to concentrate crossing. There's the intersections and things like that. So anyway, let's see how this goes. Let's see how long we take to finish this series. And the more I was doing it, the more I was trying to measure the wrong things. And so and then I think is the unmeasured reward of doing those 5 kilometer runs wasn't that I was able to measure it with a ruler in terms of weight and waistline and pace, was in terms of ideas of what I could see was possible. And like unrealistic expectations or belief that I can. Like I was trying to measure reward in terms of weight loss. I was trying to measure reward in terms of waist loss. I was trying to measure reward in terms of pace, running a faster pace. I was trying to measure the reward in terms of the fitness level that I was at. Was I getting fitter? That was what I was trying to measure. But what was actually happening, the real reward that I was getting, was my mind and body was opening myself up to new challenge. It's like these gates, these doorways were opening up that said, you can do more. I wasn't measuring for that, so I didn't see it. And I didn't see me, you know, in just a few weeks of doing those runs, deciding to run up Table Mountain, which was a great challenge in itself, only I did it again a few weeks later. And then I looked for other challenges. And that led me to taking on the Knysna Forest Marathon, deciding that I could train for a 42-kilometer run in just 9 weeks. That itself is insane. And that's the measurement I wasn't using. I didn't plan on. Didn't expect to get that reward of the ability to say that I can. At this stage, with one training week gone, slashed out of counting, I am already way above 200 kilometers of training runs. Over 200 kilometers in 8 weeks. That's insane. I didn't plan for that. I didn't plan to run that many kilometers. That's a lot of kilometers. So it's amazing what you are able to achieve when you actually just start doing something. You take on a new challenge. And I do not finish these runs in any sort of graceful manner, but I do finish it. And I do feel a sense of accomplishment in having done it. And then I try it again. And the next time it's just a little bit better. And I've had failures. I've had, I didn't quite run the distance where I just crashed out. And last week I ran 34 kilometers. But the last 400 meters, it was a disaster. But still, I ran 34 kilometers. And no matter what, like no one can take that away from me. That is the longest distance I've ever run. And I think about other people who are running just their first kilometer. That's the longest distance they've ever run. Because, quite honestly, a marathon, thousands and millions of people have done it before. There's nothing special about me doing it. But it's special to me. It's special to me that I am doing it. That I get to run 34 kilometers, the longest distance I've ever run. 6 years ago, I didn't think I could walk much. And now I'm getting ready to run a marathon. You bet I'm gonna run. I'll show up on that day and I'll give it my best. Man, I hope I make the cutoff and I get a medal to walk away as a souvenir. But just the opportunity to be there, to share these stories with you, that's the thing I should be looking at. The opportunity to be in these environments. So I invite you to join me on the 22nd of June as I embark my greatest challenge yet. It's running the Knysna Forest Marathon. I hope you get something out of this, that if you feel stuck and you feel like you can't, I still feel like I can't. I still feel challenged. I still feel like, there's nothing special about me. I've got no talent. So if I can do it, then I'm sure you can too. Alright, my name's Richard, and this has been Richard Talks.